Pittsburgh Steelers are making headlines, and the tension is rising as we break down what is happening in the Steel City. All-Pro defensive tackle Cam Heyward has just thrown his full weight of support behind young quarterback Will Howard. Heyward went on the record with the Rich Eisen show to declare his total confidence in Howard as the potential starter for the 2026 season if Aaron Rodgers decides to hang up his cleats for good. It is a massive vote of faith from a team leader that is getting everyone talking about the future of the franchise.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
But just how much gas is left in the tank for the veteran legend Aaron Rodgers? Analyst Warren Sharp has dropped some concerning statistics that paint a worrying picture of Rodgers from his play last year. With the shortest depth of target in the league and the fastest time to throw, the efficiency numbers for the offense were historically low. While the team waits for a final decision on his return, these eye-opening stats suggest the front office might need to look hard at whether to stick with a veteran or pivot to a new era. With the 2026 NFL Draft fast approaching, the strategy for the Pittsburgh Steelers is shifting rapidly. The latest buzz suggests that instead of reaching for a quarterback at pick number 21, the front office is eyeing a much smarter move. By trading down in the first round, the team can maximize their draft capital and address multiple needs rather than panic buying at a single position. Experts now believe that stockpiling picks is the ultimate path to building a complete, championship-ready roster. Finally, we take a look back at one of the highlight moments from the 2025 campaign with a key play from Marquez Valdes-Scantling. The veteran receiver made a massive impact during a Monday Night Football clash against the Dolphins, snagging his first touchdown catch as a Steeler from Aaron Rodgers. It was a clutch performance that helped keep the team moving forward in a tough divisional race. For more exclusive Steelers news and deep dives, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Ever wonder what it takes to earn the respect of a future Hall of Famer before you have even taken a single NFL snap? Well, Will Howard might just be finding that out the hard way, but in the best way possible. The Pittsburgh Steelers' locker room has a new vocal supporter, and it is none other than All-Pro defensive powerhouse Cam Heyward. During a recent sit-down on the Rich Eisen show, Heyward dropped a bombshell that has fans buzzing. If the legendary Aaron Rodgers eventually decides to hang up his cleats, Heyward is perfectly comfortable betting on Howard to lead the charge as the Steelers' starting quarterback in 2026. That is high praise for a guy who spent his entire rookie season sidelined by a brutal training camp injury. It is wild to think about, right? A guy who didn't play a single snap last year is already being eyed as the heir apparent to an MVP. But it's not just the players buying the hype. Head coach Mike McCarthy is equally invested, though he is keeping things grounded in reality. McCarthy is clearly a fan of Howard's raw tools, but he is quick to point out that the jump from college schemes to NFL quarterbacking is a massive mountain to climb. The big challenge? Winning from the pocket. McCarthy mentioned that modern college football is so reliant on mobile, scheme-heavy offenses that many young QBs never truly master the technical footwork required to thrive in a 2-minute drill on Sundays. The good news is that Howard is currently studying under the master himself. McCarthy noted that if you want to understand proper throwing mechanics, you just have to watch the ground force and hip rotation in Aaron Rodgers' game. It is a masterclass in development, provided Howard can soak it all in. So, is Will Howard truly the future, or is this just a case of high hopes before the grind of the regular season sets in? Only time will tell if he can translate that potential into wins. Do you think Howard has what it takes to step out of Rodgers' shadow, or is the Steelers' front office chasing a ghost? Drop a comment below and let us know your take. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all the latest updates on the Steelers' road ahead. Is the Pittsburgh Steelers' pursuit of Aaron Rodgers actually a recipe for disaster? We are all waiting on a decision from the 42-year-old legend, but a hard look at the analytics suggests the franchise might be better off pivoting toward the future with Will Howard. Renowned analyst Warren Sharp recently dropped some data that is honestly tough to look at if you are a Steelers fan. While Rodgers remains a Hall of Fame name, his 2025 season paints the picture of a quarterback who has lost his edge. We are talking about the shortest depth of target in the league at just 6 yards, the fastest time to throw, and a staggering 32% of his passes failing to even cross the line of scrimmage. When you pair those conservative habits with a dead-last ranking in overall success rate and a miserable 3-and-out frequency, it becomes clear why the team struggled to stay competitive in 14 of their 17 games last year. It is a classic case of stats hiding the ugly truth behind a 10-6 record. The organization keeps kicking the quarterback can down the road, but maybe it is time to stop. Star defensive tackle Cam Heyward has already thrown his full support behind Will Howard, and head coach Mike McCarthy seems equally high on the kid's potential, provided he learns to master the pocket. McCarthy even suggested that studying Rodgers, elite footwork could be the key to unlocking Howard's ceiling. So, do the Steelers gamble on one more year of a fading icon, or do they embrace the youth movement? Let me know your take in the comments below. Should they roll the dice on Rodgers or hand the keys to Will Howard? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives on the Steelers, and remember, sometimes the bravest move is walking away from the past to build something that lasts. Is the Pittsburgh Steelers draft strategy shifting right before our eyes? Forget the high-stakes drama of burning a first-round pick on a quarterback. The winds are changing in the Steel City. For weeks, we've heard the noise surrounding prospects like Ty Simpson, but the latest buzz suggests Pittsburgh is pivoting. With the Aaron Rodgers situation still hanging in the balance like a cloud over Heinz Field, the front office is finally letting go of that frantic, emergency quarterback mindset. And honestly, it's the smartest move they could make. Instead of panicking at pick 21, the Steelers need to become the masters of the trade down. Why settle for one premium player when you can flip that spot to a team desperate for a quarterback, collect extra draft capital, and still land a plug-and-play starter? It's a masterclass in market psychology. If you're not 100% sold on a signal caller at 21, don't just hold the bag, sell the access. By sliding back into the late 20s or even the top of the second round, Pittsburgh can address glaring needs on the offensive line, the defensive front, or the receiving core without sacrificing talent. Think about it. The difference between a prospect at 21 and a guy at 30 is often marginal, but the value of an extra day 2 pick is massive for a team with multiple holes to fill. Plus, with the coaching staff eyeing specific traits that can be found in deeper rounds, like Carson Beck or Drew Aller, the quarterback plan doesn't die, it just gets smarter. They can hunt for value later while beefing up the roster today. It's time for the Steelers to stop acting like a finished product and start building the depth they desperately need. So, what do you think? Should they stay put and gamble, or is trading down the key to a Super Bowl return? Let me know in the comments below, hit that subscribe button, and remember, in the NFL draft, sometimes the most powerful move you make is the one that forces everyone else to overpay. Until next time, stay tuned. Ever wondered how quickly a single game can change a team's entire season trajectory? Welcome back to our 2025 Plays of the Year series, where we rewind the clock to the moments that define the Steelers' campaign. Today, we're spotlighting a primetime performance that reminded everyone exactly why you never underestimate the value of depth in the NFL. Week 15 was a grinding defensive battle against the Dolphins, but the narrative shifted the moment Aaron Rodgers connected with a familiar face, Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Now, keep in mind, Valdes-Scantling had only been with the Steelers' practice squad since early November. He was an elevated asset, a fresh set of legs, and a veteran looking to prove he still had that game-changing speed. The Steelers opened the second half with a statement drive, leaning heavily on the ground game with Jaylen Warren and an explosive 38-yard burst from Kenneth Gainwell to set the tempo. But then came the play, 2nd and 7 from the 19. Rodgers, never one to pass up a deep shot, hit Valdes-Scantling in full stride down the left side for his first touchdown as a Steeler. That connection didn't just put points on the board. It ignited the Acrisure Stadium crowd and ultimately sealed a 28-15 victory, effectively slamming the door on Miami's playoff hopes while keeping the Ravens at arm's length in the AFC North. It is a perfect reminder that in a sport defined by inches, having the right veteran at the right time is often the difference between a winning season and an early exit. If you loved this deep dive into the Steelers' best moments, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next play breakdown. Which 2025 highlight do you want us to cover next? Let me know in the comments below, and remember, in Pittsburgh, the standard is always the standard.